Hey everyone, here is video 4 of my little Strat project here. In this video, I'm going to be showing the process that it took to make the template that I used to route out the single coil to a humbucker. So as you can see, the video's already got started here. I did a few different attempts at a few different attempts at templates here. This was when I was attempting to use the jigsaw. As you can see on the right side of the video there were 3 other attempts I had made. Jigsaw wasn't the best option, but it wasn't terrible either. As you can see, I got this thing pretty close. With the Dremel, I got it cleaned up a little bit. I could have used this template and probably been happy with the results, but as you'll see, I ended up moving on to other options as well. Here I'm using a Dremel to see how well this works. Spoiler alert, it works terribly. Yeah, I'm trying this, and it just bound up and smoked, and yeah, I recommend this tool for sheetrock. That's about it. Had a little more hope in it than it did. So here is where I ended up actually using the wood from the router, or used wood fences, and had my router follow them to cut a perfect little rectangular square on there. So as you can see, I'm using the router bit with the bearing recessed, so the bearing's not going to follow anything. And then I just used the actual base of the router to follow the fence boards around in a circle. So here we go. See, I'm just using the existing piece that I was going to use the Dremel on. I'm just going to cut it out. As you can see, also, this is not a plunge router, so I'm just going to kind of lower it down in and cut it out. So here it goes. Worked pretty well, actually. Took way more time to set the set the boards up than to actually do it. So here I am with the template laid over the single coil route there, and I've got the back side of the template lined up with the back side of the single coil route, and I'm going to basically follow that with the router. Oh yeah, here I am showing you the other template. That's the one I made the jigsaw, albeit not a bad template. This one was still better. And then this was the one that I had purchased originally, but because I wanted to match the route in the original guitar in the bridge, I decided to make one. Going forward, I recommend anybody that's doing this job, just buy the right template made out of acrylic. They're cheap. It's a lot of work to cut your own template unless you absolutely have to. So for pickup routes and things like that, just buy it. For a custom route, like you'll see in video 5, I had no choice but to make one. You'll see that in the next video. But so here we go. I've got this crappy little Amazon template bit. Got the bearing where it needs to be. One mistake I made here, and I'll talk about it a little more at the end of the video, is that I got greedy and tried to cut the whole thing in one pass. I should have, the smaller bit did one pass and then did the next bit and so on. But luckily it worked. Sorry, get a lot of the back of my head. I'm not really good at positioning the camera, apparently. I did cut my head out quite a bit, so you can see it's already halfway done, thanks to cutting my head out. And then I'll do the other right side section there next. But just basically holding that bearing along the template and just running around over and over again. Lots of vacuuming. These routers chop up a lot of material and make it a mess. My garage has everything coated in sawdust now. And I just followed it around a few times, got it nice and clean, ran the bit around it a few more times. And here we are looking at the final job. So a few little things that I learned. One, it's kind of hard to see from this angle, but there's a slight little gouge in here where the bit had just slightly sunk down a little bit. I'm not sure why. I adjusted it back up though, and no harm done. A little bit lower in a couple spots than I wanted it to be, but nothing that's going to cause any harm. So then, out of fear, I ended up cutting the 2 slots just slightly higher than the existing hole. But as we can see, went ahead and loaded up the 89R in the neck, and as you can see, it fits perfectly. So I'd say that was a success. When I go to route the lower cavity here, which is going to be in my next video, I might take a slightly different approach as far as I got a little greedy on this one. I used a bit that cut the complete section out in one pass. Everything I've been reading about routing from templates, everyone suggests that you do multiple passes. You know, cut about half as much material, lower your bit, and then cut the remainder. I could tell it was starting to smoke in a couple spots because it just was working too hard. And those little Amazon template bits, yeah, I don't think I'll use those same bits in this section over here, just because it seemed like they really struggled. So there you have it. Thanks for watching this little video here. Hope it helped you out. If you're interested in my other videos leading up to this one, there'll be links at the end. Otherwise, feel free to subscribe, like, or especially give me comments. I like comments, even if they're not very nice comments, just so I can maybe learn a thing or two from someone who's maybe done a little bit of this, a little more of this than I have. So once again, thanks for watching. I'll see you at the next video.